The honourable member for Middlesex, London.
Mr. Speaker, hardworking Canadian families are being financially crushed by this government, and it's no accident. A mountain of reckless inflationary spending and wasteful Liberal policies are what's weighing them down. This government blew $300 million on the failed prescribed IT app that never worked, $200 million on a Nova Scotia spaceport that's not more than a concrete pad. They spent over $1 billion a year propping up the CBC productions that, quite frankly, nobody watches or wants to watch. Billions get wasted in foreign aid that promotes ideological agendas, props up corrupt foreign officials, or gets diverted to terrorist groups like Hamas. $19 billion on insider consultants, nearly $1 billion in deluxe health benefits for fake refugees. This reckless spending is driving up grocery bills and mortgages. Conservatives demand an end to this behavior. Cut the waste, balance the budget, and keep our tax dollars in Canada and deliver real results for Canadians.
Hear, hear.
The honourable member for University Rosedale.
Mr. Speaker, from local festivals to our country's biggest tourist attractions, the arts play a vital role in enriching the lives of all Canadians. University Rosedale houses pillars of the arts like the Royal Ontario Museum, the Art Gallery of Ontario, and the Gardner Museum. Our writers and artists are hard at work. Mother Maggie Helwig won the prestigious Shaughnessy Cohen Prize for her incredible book, Encampment. The King of Spain personally presented Margaret Atwood the Joan Marguerite Prize for her poetry at Victoria University. Clementine Dempsey Hall has been shortlisted for a Youth Short Story Award. Taffel Music honored the work of women Baroque composers. And the Heliconian Club, a local women's art association, is celebrating the 105th anniversary of their hall. I am so grateful for the role they and all artists play in our communities.
Oral questions, questions orales, the honourable leader of the opposition.
The Liberals like to blame what's happening on the global scale for the cost of gas, but it's an illusion. Over 10 years ago, under the Harper years, there were 2 wars in the Middle East and a war in Ukraine. And the oil was at $100 a barrel, and at the pump, $1.35. 60 cents less than today. The difference has to do with Liberal taxes and the weak dollar under this Liberal Prime Minister. Will they stop blaming global circumstances and agree that it's Liberal circumstances causing this? The Honourable Minister. Mr. Speaker, I'm convinced the Leader of the Opposition realizes that there is a global energy crisis. We know Canadians prioritize affordability, the cost of housing, food, gas. And good news, Mr. Speaker, that is precisely why we've acted. Mr. Speaker, we've suspended the federal excise tax on gas, on fuel, that is reducing the cost by 10 cents at the pump, the cost of gas. Mr. Speaker, on this side, we know affordability is the #1 issue for Canadians, and that's why with all of my colleagues, we will always be here to help Canadians.
The opposition.
Une autre illusion.
Another illusion. He's trying to blame the cost of housing on the war in Iran. Mr. Speaker, the houses are here, the land is here, the workers are here, the supply is here. This is where the costs have increased. And speaking of the energy crisis, there was one in 2014 in the Harper years, and the global oil costs were higher than today. The cost at the pump was 50 cents less a litre than it is today. Will they finally do away with these Liberal taxes for the entire year so Canadians can fill up at the pump? The Honourable Minister. Mr. Speaker, the Director General of the Energy Agency said that we were currently in the worst energy crisis. And that's why we've taken action, Mr. Speaker. We've suspended the excise tax because we are fully aware of the fact that we need to help Canadians at this point. Specifically, as summer approaches, we will always be here to defend the interests of Canadians. And I would urge my colleagues, the Conservative College, to vote for Bill C-30 that will support Canadians through the summer.
Leader of the Opposition.
After 10 years of this Liberal government and this Liberal minister, Canadians spend more on taxes than on food, clothing, and shelter combined. They're taxed when they work. They're taxed to fill up their car, to drive to and from work. When they get home and they want to have a beer to take the edge off all the tax, well, they pay higher Liberal taxes.